Hello guys, welcome to Trailhead Rangers, and today we will be completing this module, that is permission set groups. So let's start with the first mod challenge, which is get started with permission set groups. So if you have gone through this chapter, you must have been aware that permission set groups is nothing, just a bundled version of permission set, so we can assign multiple permission sets to a user without making it complicated. So our first question is, what is a permission set group? So just like I said, it should be that a group of permission sets bundled together based on job function. And what are the benefits of using permission set groups? It should be a simplified user assignment to permission set groups based on I think it should be the answer number 1. Let's check. So yes, we have completed this challenge successfully. Now let's move on to our next unit, which is create a permission set group. Hi guys, so we'll be starting with our second challenge, that is create a permission set group. And in this unit challenge, if you go down to the challenge, it is saying that we need to complete the step-by-step instruction given in this unit, otherwise we won't be able to complete this challenge. So let's get start to it. I have already launched my trail playground. So first we need to search permission set in quick find. So I'll search for permission set. Then we need to create a new permission set name with sales orders. I'll click on new button, then give label as this. API will be populated automatically, license should be none, and we'll save this. Now our next step is add permission to activate orders. So in the find setting box we need to type orders. So we'll type order over here, and we have you can see activate orders. Then on the app permission page we need to click add it. So app permission page is already open, we'll click on add it, and then we need to enable our activate orders and save the permission set. We need to check if both read order and edit order were also enabled. That's because order activation depends on being able to read and edit orders. Okay, so this is our sales section. Activate order, we'll check this box, save this. You can see in object permissions we have read order and edit order. That's what the challenge wants us to check, so we will save this. And now move on to our next step. We need to add permissions to create and delete orders. Similarly, what we have seen that permissions for read and edit order is present in the object permission, but now we need to add it for the create and delete order. So what we can do, we can select from here object permissions, then select our object as order we can search it from here. We need to click on edit, and then we need to enable the create and delete permissions, and we can save this. So now the user having this permission set will be able to delete the order records as well as create the order records. Now we'll move on to the permission setup page again, and we need to create a new permission set name sales contracts. So we can click over here, then on new, and give the name. License should be none, and we'll click on save. Next is we need to give the similar permissions to contract. We'll search for contract in find settings, and then in object setting page we will enable read, create, edit and delete. So we can go directly from here, object permissions, then select for our object, that is contract, click on edit and enable the box for read, create, edit and delete, then save it. Now our next requirement is to create users. We need to create 2 users. We have details, so we will search for user in the quick find, then click on new user, what the email is given, email is not given, okay, an email should be fine. And then we have license as Salesforce and profile is minimum access Salesforce. Okay, and title is sales contract manager. Okay, we can save this. We'll give the highest most role, and now we need to create another user. I'll go back to users, click on new user, and then we'll pick up our name, that is Anuj Singh. Alias will be populated. We'll give username this, and title we have as sales coordinator. Force.com free is our user license. Profile is that, and again we need to populate the role for the sake of saving this record. And we have our Anuj Singh user. Now we need to create a permission set group. So we will search for our permission set groups. Click on new permission set group. We have detail as sales processing as the label. We'll save this. And now we need to add permissions set which we have just created to this permission set group. Permission sets in group. Add permission set. Then we can go for S. We have our sales contract and sales order. Click on add button and then click on done. It is added. Now we need to assign this permission set group to our user. So we will go back to our permission set group. We'll click on this manage assignment buttons, and then click on add assignment. We need to assign it to Eric. Next. For how long? Okay, we can just assign it. Then click on done. Assignment is successful. Okay, similarly we will try Anuj, but it should give us an error. We'll select Anuj. Next. assign, and it is giving us an error as the user license does not allow the permission. As if you remember that we have used the user license as force.com free, but the permission set consisting of activate order permission, so it is not working. So we'll close this. Okay, this is done. Now let's move on to our challenge last requirement, which is saying that enable an app permission in a permission set, that is sales order sale. Okay, we'll go to permission set, search for S, then go for sales orders, click on app permissions, and we have to enable sales app for edit activated orders. Okay, we can click on edit. We see we have sales app over here and edit activated orders permission over here, so we'll click on this and save it. App permission we have as edit activated orders, save. Okay, now let's check. We should be able to successfully complete this challenge. It's done. Let's move on to our next unit, that is mute permissions in permission set groups. Hello guys, so now we have our last challenge for this module, that is mute permissions in permission set group. Let's scroll to the challenge. And yes, so what do we have here? I'll quickly launch the trail playground, and we have our first step to create to open our permission set group, which we have already created in our second challenge. So we will search for permission set groups first, then we'll open sales processing, then we have to create a new muting permission set named as contracts permissions muted. We'll click on this muting permission set in group, click on new, and we'll give the label as this. Sorry, it should be taken itself. Okay, let me try it again so that it will take its API name automatically. Okay, so contracts permissions muted. Yes, now we can save it. Let's open this permission set. Now we have to mute the permissions for contracts, and edit and delete permissions should be muted. So we will search for contract and we'll go to object setting of contracts, because that's where we can mute the permissions. So we will edit it, and we need to enable the checkbox of muted, so which was for edit and delete. Okay, so this modify all was not a requirement, but if I unselect edit, it will get unselected. Sorry for delete, so it is getting selected because of delete permission, but that is our requirement. So let's go ahead and save it. And it's done. Now let's check for our challenge. Okay. What is the name of our muted permission set? If it is not the same, then it okay, so I have entered it as contact, so I will delete this and create it again. New. Okay, let's go this way, save it. Again, open the permission set, search for contract, object setting, click on edit, and then we can mute, edit and delete permissions, and we can save it. Now check for our challenge once again. It's done. So we have successfully completed our module permission set groups, that is this, including all the 3 chapters. So again, I'll be including the link of this module in the description of our video, and I hope you will not face any problem completing this module. It was very basic introduction to permission set group and how we can work it through and how we can create mute permissions as well. So please guys, if you like the video, click on like button, subscribe the channel. I'll be keep posting the other videos of other trailhead challenges, super badge, the solution. And if you have in mind any other kind of video or related to trailhead or salesforce, if you want me to create any other kind of video or any other module, you can let me know in the comment section or even paste out the link from trailhead. Thank you.